welcome to Weird Historian. Today, we're opening the oldest photo album in American history. These aren't just old photos, they're living proof of who we were and how far we've come. Let's travel back to the earliest days of the United States like you've never seen before. 30 bars of silver stacked in front of the Boston and Colorado Gold and Silver Smelting Company, Colorado, 1878. A Civil War sutler built the Fruit and Oyster House near the Union siege trenches at Petersburg, Virginia, 1864. A newspaper vendor at a Union camp in Virginia during the Civil War, 1863. A tough-looking customer, Daniel Freeman, the first person to acquire land under the Homestead Act, Beatrice, Nebraska, 1863. Aftermath of Boston subway gas explosion, 1897. Aftermath of the blizzard of March, 1888, Albany, New York. An 1870s barbecue picnic in Florida, complete with oysters. An abducted child among his Apache captors. When 11-year-old Jimmy McKinn was rescued and returned to his family, he fought it bitterly, wanting to stay among the Apache, Arizona, 1886. Armed Native American man with holstered pistol and Evans rim fire rifle, 1880s. At work in McDonald's Brickyard, Round Pond, Oklahoma, 1894. Blacksmithing at the Indian Training School in Forest Grove, Oregon, 1882. Blockade of gold seekers, Porcupine Hill, Klondike Gold Rush, Alaska, 1898. Bottling ketchup at the original Heinz factory in 1897. Brewery workers at the Oderbolts Brewing Company, Black River Falls, Wisconsin, 19th century. Chief Billy Bowlegs shown here in 1852, leader of the Seminoles of Florida during the Second and Third Seminole Wars, with the U.S. Construction began on the first U.S. municipal subway at the Tremont Street subway station in Boston, 1895. First ambulance west of the Rockies, Jacksonville, Oregon, 1851. Geronimo and some of his supporters on their way to prison in Florida in 1886. Giant cheese exhibit at the Chicago World's Fair of 1893. Girls with Guns, 19th century. Henry Ford and his bicycle, 1893. Horse-drawn trolley car, Wichita City Railway Company, Kansas, late 19th century. Hunter's Cabin, 1880. Installing sewer pipes in the streets of Kearney, Nebraska, 1889. Inventor Nikola Tesla experiments with high voltage and high frequency in 1899. Little girl at the water pump behind a New York City house, 1898. Main Street store of Solomon Lazard, downtown Los Angeles, 1854. Mealtime for a group of Northern California farmers in the late 19th century. Bottled beer seems to be a popular beverage choice. Mormon immigrant wagon train, Echo Canyon, Utah, 1870s. Mountain man trapper on a good strong horse, 1870s. Nebraskan trappers and hunters, 19th century. Old-fashioned Michigan family threshing bee, late 19th century. Pikes Peak or bust, pioneer covered wagon, 1860. Poor horse succumbs to New York City heat wave, late 19th century. Probably a common feature on the Old West frontier, a rudimentary outdoor blacksmith shop, Guthrie, Oklahoma Indian Territory, 1889. Ragpickers Row, Baker Street, New York City, 1898. Rare photo of the saloon hangout of the Wild Bunch in 1889. Circled are Harry Longbaugh the Sundance Kid, and the man sitting in the chair beside him is Butch Cassidy. Roosevelt's Rough Riders loading onto the Southern Pacific Railroad bound for Tampa, then onto Cuba, Spanish-American War, 1898. Ruins of a Richmond, Virginia arsenal Civil War, 1865. Setting up shop amid the burned-out ruins of the Great Chicago Fire of 1871. Squatters' shacks on Fifth Avenue and 101 Street, 1894. Star-Spangled Banner, the flag that flew over Fort McHenry in 1814, photographed here in 1873 in the Boston Navy Yard. The 1st U.S. Marine Battalion lands on the east side of Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, June 10, 1898, during the Spanish-American War. The USS Maine baseball team, ship blown up in Havana Harbor, which marked the beginning of the Spanish-American War. Only J.H. Bloomer survived May 1898. Unidentified mule driver during the California Gold Rush, 1850. Wagon train moving out of Atlanta, 1864. West Wisconsin Railway, Eau Claire Roundhouse, 1871. Whaling ships of New Bedford, Massachusetts, 1850. Women of the Gullah community, West African cultural tradition, of the Sea Islands of Georgia hulling rice, 19th century. Workers of the Edison Illuminating Company of Detroit laying some of the city's first electrical cables, 1898. Working at the woodpile, probably the 1860s. Zonia Baber, geographer, gathering fossils at Mason Creek, Illinois, 1895, during the first field class at the University of Chicago to which women were admitted. A 22-month-old boy lights a cigarette, Los Angeles, 1930s. A fire is set in Honolulu's Chinatown in order to destroy homes suspected of being infected by bubonic plague, 1900. A man sounding the dinner bell at the L.B. Curtis Lumber Camp, Midland County, Michigan. A Navy sailor draftee from Detroit gives his sweetheart a goodbye kiss as he departs for training camp, 1917. Advertisement overload, Times Square, New York City, 1909. Aftermath of the bombing of the New York Stock Exchange, 1920. An army of DPW City of Detroit street cleaners going into action, 1930s. Appalachia in about 1914. Bathing beauties emerge from a solarium, a tanning booth, in St. Petersburg, Florida, June 1929. Bison-drawn carriage, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, 1900. Bonnie and Clyde's bullet-riddled death car, 1934. Bookmobile on a country road in Cincinnati, Ohio, 1933. Bowling alley pinboys. Boy helps dog get a drink. Boy quenching his thirst, 1939. Boys going fishing, 1920s. Brooklyn Dodger fans getting a better view at one of the 1953 World Series games versus the New York Yankees. Building the Golden Gate Bridge, 1935. Canning beans in farm kitchen near Bristol, Vermont, 1940. Cheerful American Salvation Army lady rolling out pie crusts for the men of the 26th Division in France, 1918. Cheyenne dog soldiers. Child coal miner, 1900. Circus sideshow performer, New York City, 1948. Civil War soldiers attend mass before a battle. Civil War veteran captivating shoeshine boys with thrilling stories of the war, 1935. College fad of phone booth stuffing, California, 1959. Detroit milk peddler, 1903. Digging and picking peanuts by machine, Virginia. Dinner hour on the docks of Jacksonville, Florida, 1910. Dolly Madison, First Lady of President James Madison. Extreme tree pruning before the age of lift trucks. Gangster Al Capone fishing on his yacht, 1920s. Gene Autry, the singing cowboy, playing baseball in Childress, Texas, 1937. Glow of an atomic bomb test in the Nevada desert being watched by Las Vegas casino workers, March, 1953. Great Depression, shantytown shacks in Manhattan. Hand plowing, 1919. Hookworm Treatment Dispensary, Faulkner County, Arkansas, 1912. Hoot Hoot Ice Cream, built in 1926, Los Angeles. Joe Mendy, the gentleman chimpanzee performer, stepping out of a taxi at Bellevue Hospital in New York City, where he is visiting invalid children, 1925. Kitchen in a dismal Chicago tenement, 1912. Lining up for potatoes during the Depression. Looks like a real nice place to stay. Louisville during the Ohio River flood of 1936. Making homemade soap. Meatpacking workers carrying their product to unrefrigerated storage areas, Chicago, 1900. Mobile radio vehicle used by the Signal Corps for communications, New Mexico, 1916. Mountain women spinning, carding, and knitting yarn near Spencer, Tennessee. Mules helping to build the Los Angeles Aqueduct, 1911. Newsboys, St. Louis, 1910. Newsgirls in Hartford, Connecticut, 1909. Old Glory, shredded and tattered after one of the Gettysburg battles. Old West card game in a Bisbee, Arizona saloon. Old-time lumberjack barbershop. One of Chicago's last horse-drawn fire trucks on an alarm call, 1920. Outlandish Pinocchio in the 1937 Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Patriotic women making American flag during World War I. People on the curb amongst confetti, ticker tape and paper from the parade celebrating the end of World War II in New York City, August 14, 1945. Pioneer Stump Clearing Crew, 1900. Pots and Pans Peddler, Brooklyn, New York, 1936. President Theodore Roosevelt operating a steam shovel at Culebra Cut, Panama Canal, 1906. Punt gun, an extremely large shotgun used for shooting large numbers of waterfowl for commercial harvesting operations, 1910. Kagihole Dancers of the Pacific Northwest, 1914. Rare U.S. Civil War photo of a Zouave soldier complete with rifle, gun, sword, and hookah water pipe. Zouave units were raised on both sides during the war. Red Sox fans who could not get a ticket to the game resort to Plan B, finding a spot with a view on the bottom of a rooftop billboard, Fenway Park, Boston, 1937. Roller skating, 1910. Row houses in Washington, D.C., 1935. Sardine industry, sun drying process on the wharf at Monterey, California, 1908. Sergeant Stubby of the 26th Yankee Division, the most decorated dog of World War I. Sinking a section of the Michigan Central Railroad Company tunnel beneath the Detroit River, connecting Detroit with Windsor, Ontario, Canada, 1910. Snow removal from the streets of New York City, 1908. Spanish-American war soldiers relaxing and reading letters from home at Camp Alger, Virginia. Straining sorghum on the farm, Anderson County, Tennessee. This is the primitive way of making molasses, October 1933. Taking a milk break on Mount Mansfield, Vermont. The deserter's fate, Civil War. The first embalming tent of the Civil War. The man in the photo performed 4,000 embalmings over the course of the war. Strangely, the tent is festooned with Christmas decorations. The League Against Indecent Bathing in America, 1920s. The Peppo Mint Lifesavers Mobile, 1930s. The Scrap Brigade of Roanoke, Virginia, 1942. The SS Maru, operating on the Big River, California. A paddle wheel riverboat that was used to drive log rafts, break up log jams and ferry workers, and logging camp residents up and down the river, 1900. The Strange Bowls of Joy building at the Pan Pacific Exposition, San Francisco, 1915. Thomas Edison with a model of one of his inventions, the concrete house, early 20th century. Union soldier playing the banjo. Train crashes through Hartford, Connecticut Station, 1905. Trolley snowplow cleaning the tracks in New York City. When it's lunchtime, 1951. Winter in New York City's Lower East Side, 1926. Women firefighters dousing fires after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941. Young woman working as a railroad switch tender at the Sunnyside Yard in Long Island City, 1940s.